Now, when it comes to some core SEO updates for this year, 2025, I talked about the core web vitals. There are a lot of things that are very important here that we really need to talk about. Optimizing images, other assets like that, minimizing some what we call render blocking resources. These are things that block the search engines from understanding what the website looks like. Typically, it's JavaScript, things like that. So keep that to a minimum. It's not a problem using it, just keep it to a minimum if possible. There's also something called code splitting. And obviously, we're getting into a little bit of the details here, but some of this can really help you present your website faster, which Google loves. Browser caching is another one. So having the ability to, if somebody comes back to your website, that page loads very quickly for them because they've already got it stored on their browser. And then lastly, fixing any sort of layout shift issues. So everybody's using different size screens. When you're building a site that is what we call responsive, it shifts depending on the size of that screen. So making sure that you're building a site that shifts correctly for all the different types of screens or sizes of screens is very important. Now, we mentioned EEAT or EAT a couple times now. This refers to the content and signals present on your website itself that demonstrate expertise, authoritativeness, trustworthiness. These are the things that you really need to have as part of, like I said, every page on your website, not just your home page. Every page really needs to have these things. So some examples of some great signals related to this are author biographies showcasing credentials and expertise. So a really good author section on your site. Trust seals such as WCAA. In our case, we have a veteran owned logo on our site. These kinds of trust certifications, indicators are fantastic for the EEAT part of what Google is looking for. Also, a well-established history and reputation on the website. So the longer the website's been around, obviously, Google loves that. Along the same lines is when you get a domain name, don't just register it and renew it every 1 year. Go ahead and blow it out 5 or 10 years. That's going to be a signal to Google that they understand, okay, this company's going to be around for a while. So that's an easy one to fix. Probably wouldn't even cost you $100 to do that. Easy one there for sure. Positive user reviews and ratings. Make sure that you have good ratings on your site and make sure that you have good reviews across some of the other trusted resources as well. Thanks for tuning in with us here at Window Treatment Marketing Pros. This was just one piece of the conversation, so let's keep it going. Click right here for the next part and we'll see you there. Subscribe for more marketing tips for window treatment and awning companies.